Welcome to Magic Tarot. I have a pick a card for you all. What does being in love with you feel like? So you have three cards here, three piles, one, two, and three. The timestamps will be down below. Any card or any number that you're drawn to, you can pick that particular pile. And this overall reading is about checking on their emotions, about how they feel regarding you. Okay, so it's all about their emotions. You have three piles, one, two, and three. The timestamps will be down below. So let's proceed with the reading. So the ones who have chosen pile one, the first card that you have is the Knight of Cups, the Empress, the Emperor, Knight of Wands, and the last card is the Page of Swords. So, what does being in love with you feel like? The Empress and the Emperor, with these two cards, they just feel like you are the perfect match for them. Okay? You make them feel very nurtured. You make them feel very good about themselves. They think that they also find that you are someone with the Knight of Wands. You're someone who's very interesting. Okay, very charming, funny. You bring this fun and excitement into their life. So, along with the Knight of Wands, there's a lot of passion involved in this relationship. So, from their side, they feel very passionate about you. They just, like, they want, but um, with the Knight of Wands, this also talks about the Empress card is because you have the Empress card and you have the Knight of Wands, you are a combination of, um, like being a very sweet person as well, but along with that, you are also very interesting. You also be very fun to be around. You make life very interesting. You make life very, you're someone very charming, and the way you are around people and everything for that matter brings a lot of attraction. Like you people get, not people, it's the opposite sex people who get attracted to you. So with the Empress, it is like someone who has a lot of attention, who gets a lot of attention. Okay, so this can be from the other person, other people around you. So because you have this Empress energy and also with the Knight of Wands, they think that you have a lot of options available. Okay, and that might be a reality that you have options available, but then they think that you might be someone who is like the player types, okay, with the Knight of Wands. But this necessarily does not have to be true. Okay, this is their thinking. Okay, see, just because someone thinks of you in a certain way does not necessarily mean that you are that. Okay, so with the Knight of Wands, they might probably think that you are someone like, who plays around and all. But that can be their energy. With the Page of Swords, what I feel like, I'm not telling that they might be a player, I'm not telling that, but I feel like with the Page of Swords, they are just someone who is, you know, like they are suspicious. They are like, overall, because they see that you're so good, you have so many people around you, so you might be in a relationship or you might not be in a relationship, but still, if you do not have anyone with you right now and you're currently single, they would be like, how can this person be single? I mean, like, they're so amazing, don't tell me they're single, they must be having someone. Okay, there must be someone they're dating secretly. So this is their energy with the Page of Swords. This is someone who is not going to be so trustful. They do not wear their heart on the sleeve. They are someone who's going to ask a lot of questions. They're going to first get to know you, try to find out about you, try to search you online, try to look through your pages, Facebook account, all that. They're going to research you, okay, try to figure out the kind of person that you are, everything that they're going to do, okay, with an intention to know, okay, do I know enough about this particular person to be able to trust and open myself up to this person? But deep down, I think they really find you this amazing woman. They think that you are like a perfect fit to them. Okay, so with the Empress and the Emperor card. And with the Knight of Cups, what I would want to say is, um, this is again, it's just, you know, you actually make them want to be someone like the way you are charming and interesting. They also want to, woo you. They want to like impress you, and they want to go about taking you out, and I mean just make you feel special and make you, they're going to even come up with um cliche dialogues, or just these sweet talk. They would want to sweet talk you and tell you that you're the only woman for them and all that. But then before they put in any form of invest their heart, they are going to research about you. So probably this person is doing that right now. But overall, the way you make them feel is someone very nurtured, someone, who is like just an amazing person to be around with. Okay, so you have, overall it is like, I think the Empress overpowers everything, and that's the reason they want to be someone like a Knight of Cups. Even if they are not someone who wants to show their emotions with the Emperor, they're not someone who wants to show their emotions, but then they still want to go and hit on you. And because you have so many people vying for your attention, I think they want to be noticed by you, because if they do not come forward with some form of offer, what is going to happen is someone is going to take you away, or someone is basically, going to woo you, and it's like, okay, they are going to miss their chance. So that is how they feel about you. Overall, I can just tell you that they think that you're an amazing woman. They think that you're someone who's very interesting. You bring in the spark and light in their life. There's a certain kind of excitement, and I think if things like, uh, things will, I mean, like, it's like they also are becoming aware of the fact that if all of a sudden there's no ending to this, I mean, like, there's no card over here which is like a death card or something like that. You do not have that card. But then with the Knight of Wands, this is also someone who is like, how do I put this across? This is like, a fast moving energy. So you're going to come in and go out. So it's like a player sort of energy. So what they think is you're going to come in, and then they're going to have this amazing time with you, and then you're going to go out. And then dealing with that, you just leaving them all of a sudden going out will be very heartbreaking for them, because it will be like a time, the most beautiful time of their life, and then it's like, what, only for a few days, a few moments I had with her, and it's like done for. They do not want that. Okay, so they want something which is very stable with the Emperor. Okay, they want something very stable here. So but then they have their doubts. Okay, they have their doubts. So that is the message that I'm getting from these cards. I hope you like the reading. Thank you. Let's move to the next pile. The ones who have chosen pile 2, the cards are King of Cups, the Moon, the Tower, Two of Wands, and then the Lover's card. Okay. What does being in love with you feel like? I think that being in love with you for them feels like something like, with the Lover's card. They think that this is a very strong connection, and they're very much, they might probably think you as their soulmate as well, or something which is like, a very strong connection that they cannot just wash their hands off. Or it is not something like, okay, it's just for the time being and it's going to go away. No, with the King of Cups, this talks about very deep feelings, very mature feelings, but very deep. Okay, the way a King of Cups feels is very deep. Okay, so the feelings involved here is very strong, something close to love. Not just close to love, I feel like it's more like close to true love. Okay, so you have the Lover's card and you have the King of Cups, but you have the Moon and the Tower, and you have the Two of Wands. So, what they feel, okay, in this particular relationship, okay, the feeling that you bring about in them is that they think that you too have very strong feelings for them. With the King of Cups, this can be both of your energies. That is, even you feel very strongly for them. Okay, that is what they think. But you are not showing it to them, you are not conveying it to them, and that is coming out with the Moon card. Moon card talks about secrets, so I think they are feeling like you too feel the same way. This can be either you actually feel or you don't feel. That is again hidden. Okay, so but then they feel like you are being secretive about your emotions. They feel like deep down even you feel this connection very much strongly. Okay, the connection of the lovers, even you feel it very strongly, but then you're being mum about it, or just not willing to talk about it, or not bring it out in the open. Okay, so they feel like this particular thing is in the dark, or there is some other secret in the relationship. But what I feel is, with the King of Cups, they feel like you're being secretive about your emotions. And with the Tower card, this is bringing them a lot of tower moments. So, what are tower moments? Tower moments are those times which are quite hard. This is something, it's not a rosy time, or it's not a time where, things are easy. It's rather those life changing situations, life changing things coming out in the open, which is going to shake up your world. Okay, shake up your beliefs, shake up basically connections. You are going to leave certain people behind. They are going to be out of your life. It can, and usually tower moments are, at that point of time, it is going to feel shitty. Okay, it's going to be like, why the hell did it happen with me? But then after a point of time, you tend to realize that this is something, you know was meant to happen, and this is something which brought a lot of positive change in your life. Okay, so with the tower movements, they are having this tower movements in their life, where they are like, because this is not coming out in the open, something about your relationship is not coming out in the open, they are having these tower movements which are shaking up their world. And with the Two of Wands, I feel like they are feeling clueless as to what they have to do. They are just waiting for things to turn out okay. They're just waiting. They're waiting for some kind of message, some kind of, like, okay, a sign that, okay, this is going to work out, because the emotions involved here is very deep, so the way they feel towards you is very deep as well. But then this particular relationship has certain secrets, and there are these, because of those secrets there have been tower moments, and they are in this waiting energy. So they are quite clueless as to what they need to be doing, but they're still waiting for things to turn out okay. So that's your reading. I hope this resonates. Let's move to the last pile. The ones who have chosen pile number 3. The first card that you have is the Four of Wands. You have the Death card, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Okay. What does being in love with you feel like for them? So, what does it feel like with the Wheel of Fortune? They feel like this was destined. Okay. Like you were fated to meet each other, and it has been a life changing situation for them with the Wheel of Fortune. This whole meeting you is like life changing. But, okay, what is happening is there's a lot of ups and downs. One day you make them feel really high, happy, blissful, like, they can take on the world, and like, it's like, they're on the top of the world, they're basically flying. It's something like that. But then the next moment, it's like you can make them feel really sad, okay? Feel um like how do you say, like not having any hope or despondent. I hope that is the right word. It's like that, like really highs and lows, the feelings that they get in this particular relationship. The like loving you, how it makes them feel is like ups and downs, but they know this was fated, this was something has changed their life. It can be for the better, it can be for the worse, but then I feel it is for the better. Okay, because you have the Four of Wands and you have the Strength card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So death is here, death is a life altering situation. So with Death card, this again is the same thing. Like, there can be some endings and there has been some beginnings, but it is something which is life altering. Again, life altering, something, a drastic change. Maybe this drastic change, see, the drastic change does not always necessarily have to be bad. Okay, with the Death card, you might probably think it is bad, but it can be something good as well. Okay, something, it has changed for the better. Because I mean, like in the set, in the Death card, you have the sun here rising. Okay, so though there's someone here down dead, but then there is sun here rising, so this can mean something good or something bad. But then you have the Ace of Pentacles, Strength, and the Four of Wands. So with the Ace of Pentacles, they have seen the potential in this relationship, but they also realize that there's work that needs to be put in to this relationship. So because there is, like, they are very much aware of the fact that this can bring them, like, you also make them think about long term. Okay, when it comes to Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands talks about commitment. So I think, basically this person might have been someone who did not have any plans to settle down, or was not the kind who thought himself or herself to be the commitment types. So I think that is the Death card talking about, like, a drastic change in them. Like, meeting you, they felt with the Wheel of Fortune, meeting you felt like this was destined. And they felt like, okay, my player ways or my non commitment ways are like gone now. They are like way behind. So you have changed their life. And with the Ace of Pentacles, like I told you, it talks about long term commitments. So, this long term commitment, okay, and they also are aware of the fact that for this to turn out into something special, for this relationship to be something special, they need to put in work. Okay, it's not going to work out on its own, it's not going to happen on its own. They have to put in the work, okay, to make it to be something special. And with the strength card, what this tells me about is this is a very nice card, according to me, in a love reading, because this talks about someone who wants this relationship. No matter what, I want this relationship. We might have these highs and lows and these with the wheel of fortune, I told you there's highs and lows. You have them like one moment really happy and the next moment really sad, but then this person wants that. Okay, he's like, no matter what, I want this. Okay, I'm willing to stretch through this period of, the bad time or whatever it is. I'm willing to stay with this relationship because I think this just brings them a lot of happiness. They're willing to settle down with you. They're also thinking of a future with you, marriage, commitment. Okay, this Four of Wands talks about commitment, marriage, and with the Strength card, this is like I don't remember that movie, but then there's this famous dialogue where it was a very famous movie, but I cannot recall the name of the movie. Yeah, I recall it. It is Notebook. Okay, so Nicholas Sparks, yeah, novel Notebook, and in that the person, you have. I think everybody's watched that. In that, he says that I know it's going to be hard. Okay, but I'm willing to put in work in this, and we'll have to work on this day and night, but I am willing to do because I want you. So this is that. The strength is that he is willing to put in work no matter how tough it gets. He wants to stay by your side. He wants to make this work because at the end of the day they want you. Okay, they really badly want this relationship with you. So that's it for you. That is what I'm getting from this pile. I hope you like the reading. Thank you.